Hey, Allie. We are already getting started. Happy Thursday. I got Smoothie King after my running fitness. This is one of their high protein chocolate with dates and all the goodness, almond milk. I just needed one. I needed one, especially because I finally, late as normal. I was a minute early, Patrick. I was here early. You were late. I had to spend an adult purchase that I really didn't want to do, a printer. For whatever reason, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't need it. I don't want to buy it. This is stupid. I'm going to delay this as much as possible. And then finally, I was like, you know what? I really do need a printer. Hello, Omar. Welcome to the show. 40 ounce. No, is this? No, 32. We got a 32 ouncer. And even though this one is like their high protein one, I'm always like double that protein bish. So got the good for today. But yep, so I bought a printer. It's actually a portable printer. I don't know that I have any more room in my suitcase when I travel, but just in case I want to travel around with a printer, might be nice to have in a hotel room as I'm like updating athlete bios and for tactical games as the rosters are getting finalized after athlete check-in. It might be nice to have my own and just be able to like print things as I go. Caleb, hello. Now we can officially get the show started because we can't start these things until Caleb is here as our virtual producer one day potentially. You know, it's good to have you guys here. How did your running go today? You know, it went. I came, I ran, I left. It got done. The work got done. It actually wasn't that bad today. It was 300 repeats with an 800 meter like buy-in and an 800 meter buy out, I guess is kind of how you could see it. And then 2-minute rest in between each of the intervals, but it got done. I didn't fall off of the runner, so it was a good day for that. Love the darker hair. Sagan, thank you. Thank you. I mean, even when I can barely look at myself. It's funny because when you like, I pride myself off of not thinking that I'm vain. And then something happens to your hair and I'm like, oh, nope, that's it. I am vain. I most certainly am, at least when it comes to hair, because I feel like, especially for women, hair can make or break you because it truly changes what you look like. The way that it brings out your eyes, your skin complexion, the colors that you're wearing. I feel like I need to totally change my entire color palette right now, but you know, the hair drama. This isn't the worst. The worst was, so after graduating in 2014, I immediately moved out to a very small town in Illinois, Quincy, Illinois. It's actually where Jen and Sam Dancer live, and that's where their affiliate Q Town CrossFit is. Like super random how that all worked out. I actually interviewed Sam Dancer before I even started CrossFit, and I was like, who's this guy that has neon green painted nails? Like, that's interesting. And then a year later I had started CrossFit. I'm like, oh my God, I interviewed Sam Dancer and had him on the morning show at the news station. But anyways, I digress. I moved out there. They had no reporters that had blonde hair, or that like they're blondes, they were naturally blonde, so they didn't need to get highlights and stuff. Well, I had been, you know, highlighted blonde since, I don't know, like 14 or 15 years old, a long time. And so when you work at a TV station, they normally have a partnership with a hair salon. So at the bottom ticker, like when I worked at CMY Central here in Syracuse, it was Hair by Industry Salon. Like all of their media people go to the salon. They have some kind of agreement so that your reporters, anchors, etc. We never paid for hair. You would tip them, but all the years I worked in television, that was honestly one of the biggest perks. I never had to get paid to get my hair done. Well, my first job in Illinois, it came at a cost because I go there, I get my hair bleached. She leaves the bleach on for 4 hours. Mind you, a normal time is like 20 minutes. And it was late, late. It was like 7 o'clock at night, but I was working the morning show, so I had to be in at like 2. She asks if I want my hair styled. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna go to bed with wet hair. I'll go into the news station the next morning. I will, wet and then like blow dry my hair, style it, whatever. And I get into the news station, I go into the makeup and hair room and I start blow drying my hair and brushing it out, and like all of my hair is falling out. And my hair used to be down like past my rib cage. It used to be really long. And now I have pieces that are like here, little spiky pieces here, like some that are like here. And it was just so bad. I start hysterically crying. I'll never forget my boyfriend at the time was like, "It's just hair." That was most certainly the wrong thing to say, as you can imagine. Um, that was the point. That was the point that I knew that we weren't gonna be together much longer. Anyways, then I had to oh, no. Is my internet what just happened? Okay. Good old Syracuse internet just freaked out. So then I so then they wouldn't put me on TV. When my news director came in at, like, 8 or 9 AM, the anchors and producers sent me into the, news director office. What is going on? Why am I freezing? Am I freezing for you guys or just for me? It For whatever reason, this also doesn't show me how many bars I have. I'll give it a second. I'm about to start shaving my head, Kenneth. What is happening? Why am I freezing? Oh my god. This is annoying. I hope that it's just frozen on my end and not for you guys. Apparently nothing wants to work today. Where does it show? Hey, am I working? Taking notes. Okay, so hold on, we're troubleshooting here. Yeah, you are frozen. Dang it. Okay, so you guys can hear me, but okay, great. Well, maybe we'll wait a moment. Otherwise, I'll refresh and I'll see if oh, I think it might be coming back. Okay, anyways, yes, I know that I'm talking about hair problems. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're back. Let me change cameras and see if that helps. Yes, I know that I am okay. Oh my god. There we go. You know what? We do what we can. I don't even know how to switch this. Okay. We'll troubleshoot it in a minute. So I know I'm complaining about hair when we have bald guys in the chat, but this is a disaster. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, back to the story. So, yeah, all of my hair was off and it was terrible. And then they sent me to a hair salon and I had to get extensions, and they were tape-in extensions that looked really shitty. And it was for like 4 years until my hair grew back. And that was the worst situation with my hair. My hair right now is not nearly as bad as that type of situation. Nonetheless, it's still rather unfortunate. And the amount of money that hair extensions these days to have good ones cost, don't ask me. Don't ask me because it hurts. But you know what? That's a write-off. That is a write-off. So I'll talk to my tax guy. I'll see what he thinks about that being a write-off. Oh God. Okay. Let me catch up. I know we got some new people up in the chat. Do it from your phone. Oh, Jenny, that was a good suggestion. This is what we're gonna work with this week though. Let me which way do I want to turn? There. We'll make it work this way. Are you preparing for your rugby match? What position do you play? I am sideline for rugby this weekend. And yes, that was part of the reason why I bought my printer because I want to be able to print out all of my own athlete notes. So that'll be good. I shave my head, problem solved. Okay, so I think with guys it's different though, Jeremy. Here's the thing. I think that if men are balding, you just got to commit and shave that off because if you have a nicely shaped head, I know some guys that have like lumps and stuff. So like hopefully they continue to like grow hair. But like I think dudes can pull off a bald head. But for women, like no, that's not my journey. I'm about to start shaving my head, Kenneth. Yeah, Patrick, you're complaining about hair when Caleb and me in the chat, he's lacking and I'm graying. My beard is graying, Patrick. You guys have just for men, or you can dye it if you want. Oh, Bubba. Bubba, who are you? You have a dog as your picture? I actually used to have a golden doodle named Bubba. Bubba B. It's a great name. I used to have a blonde mohawk. Ladies loved it. I'm sure that was quite the trend. Kenneth went to Great Clips once said nothing off the top and she heard nothing on the top. Oh no, and proceeded to shave my head. I got 2 free haircuts out of it at least. That's hilarious. You should shave your head like Alex Parker did. What if you have a stupid looking head and you're losing hair? I mean, then you just got to commit. Like it's honestly better to be bald than when guys want to hang on to the hair and they have like the bald spot, but like some of the hair, you just got to let it go. Just for men makes you look weak because it's so noticeable. Oh, that's actually good to know. I never would have known that. That's interesting. Okay, let's see if I can connect my good camera back. We're going to try this. Nope. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. We'll try this for a little bit and see what happens. No, I can already tell it's going to freeze. We're just going to we're this is where we're going to live this week. This is where we're going to live. 7s or 15s. I believe it's 15s. Let me pull up my roster. Let's see. Bay breakers 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 15s. Yep. Patrick, I think she said 7s. No, she's gonna play hooker. Oh my god. So this weekend it's out in Colorado or this Saturday. They're streaming on DAZN, DAZN is the name of the streaming platform. You can also you can see them through YouTube or you can download an app on your phone. Women's Elite Rugby, WER is the name of the league. You can see them on Instagram, on their website, on YouTube, etc. But yeah, I'm actually going to be gone for a hot minute because I'm going to go out to Colorado to cover the game. Then from there, I am going to fly to Austin. I'm going to stay with the owners of Tactical Games. Me and Amanda, one of the owners of Tactical Games, her and I are going to start training a bit together because we're competing at the team event in May. And I'm also going to be out at Texas Shooting Academy shooting some content with SAR Firearms on, I think, Tuesday and Wednesday. We have shoot days. So we're going to be doing everything from setting up my pistol, getting my red dot on, making sure that my holster on my belt all works out. And yeah, we're just going to do a lot of shooting. So I'm really excited for that. And then I'll come home for like a day, and then I will have another rugby game that I'll go cover. I think that one's in California. So I'm kind of like beep bopping around, but you know, DAZN. You're going to get hit on so much, says Jeremy. Yeah, I'm aware. Laur, thank you for calling me Laur. I also, fun fact, I hate my name. I hate Lauren. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But unfortunately, at this point in my life, I've introduced myself as Lauren. I've kind of like shot myself in my foot. My nephew, he calls me Aunt Lo. I appreciate that. And we called the show Live with Laur because I'm trying to get known as Laur more and more. So Laur's week in review. Thank you, Kenneth and Caleb. We're getting this Laur trend. Spread the word. How do you feel about Kat Shearer starting a rival dating show? Is that what she's doing? That's really funny. Wait, a rival dating show? This isn't a dating show. I know we've talked about doing a dating show, but I mean, I don't have any dating show yet. Not that I will, but I would hit on Lauren, says Steven. LOL. Good to know. Good to know. Let me move this. There we go. I don't even need my second screen if we're going off this one. Okay, let me scoot a little bit. I like Laur or Low. Aunt Lo is way better than Laur, to be honest. Okay, so start calling me Low. Start it. I really loved it when who here watched Laguna Beach, and they had LC and Low, the two Laurens. That's where I like first ever heard the Low. Yeah, I would get down if people just started referring to me as that. This is totally a dating show. How is this a dating show? I've gone on 0 dates from this show. Like, everybody's saying this is a dating show. How? Explain to me how. Okay, so with the title of this, I actually got a couple people DMing me and were a little upset because they apparently are toothless, but that wasn't necessarily the point. So I am curious what people think when you never see somebody's teeth in any of their pictures, because like being back on the dating apps, I'm noticing a lot of guys that do that. Like they just do the lip smile, the closed mouth smile, and they never show their teeth. And in my head, if I can't see your teeth, I just assume you have none. That's where my head goes. Like you don't have any teeth at all. Not even that, like maybe you don't have perfect teeth. My head doesn't even go there. It's you either smile and show your teeth or you have none. There's no in the middle. And I'm curious if anybody else low cal lil. Why did you write it like that? But I like it. Low cal. Yeah, let's get on this trend. I'm here for it. We're in Colorado. Great question. I know I'm flying into Denver, and then I would have to look up the name of the stadium, but yeah. I'm taking Lauren. Plus, I think you would go after older guys. Well, at least over 31. I think on my dating profile, I have like the lowest age that I would go is 30. But yeah, historically, I would prefer an older man, an older man, not old, but just the maturity level, you know? But what I've also realized is just because men are older doesn't mean they're more mature, and doesn't mean that, they're not still living in mom and pop's basement. So LOL to that. Ooh, Sagan. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna read that one, but yeah, we don't want any confusion there. So now I can't unhear that. So thank you. Thank you for ruining my day. You talk about your dating life. That's the dating show. Oh my God. We can talk about other things. You guys dictate the conversations. For whatever reason, that's where this seems to always go. When chicks cut off their forehead and profile pics, they always have a massive what do you mean? Do they like, they only show here, they wear hats, or what do you mean by that? I wouldn't even bother smiling for a dating app pic. I just stare blankly. Only soccer players don't show their teeth. No, all of these men on the dating app don't show their teeth. What's the oldest you'll date? 49. So I can say under 50. Well, you're about to see some missing teeth in pro rugby. That's fine. I'm not looking to date them. And yeah, like you can always get a fake tooth. That's easy. I mean, I think. I actually don't really know. Mm. Yeah, but I'm just convinced that if you don't show your teeth, you don't have any. So, and the same thing with in dating profiles or like on dating apps when people never have pictures without sunglasses. Why can't I see your eyes? I want to see your eyes. Like that tells a lot about your facial features. Will you be at Mayhem? No, I won't. I'll be covering rugby. I'll screen singles for you. You can absolutely still screen singles for me and feel free to like take a selfie with them and send me a picture. And I'll give like a thumbs up or thumbs down. That could be a fun little game that we can virtually play together. Uh Yeah, I won't be at Mayhem. I will be at the Fittest Experience. That's the only one I have confirmed right now, and obviously the CrossFit Games. Put in a good word for me, Jen. What's the youngest you'll date? 30? Unless, like unless it was, like, in real life and I didn't know their age and I was seriously convinced. But otherwise, that's gonna be a nah for me, dog. What's the other smoothie place? The one that has Bahamas Island vibes. Island smoothie? I think is what it's called. What if he's a hockey player? I love hockey players. I love the sport of hockey. It's very entertaining. Um, their equipment bags smell really bad, but I also think you could say that about any sport. But I just like have this very distinct like smell in my head. I grew up in a hockey town, so I had a lot of friends that played hockey. And there's something about it's also like I remember like going out snowmobiling with my dad, and there's something about the smell of sweat when you're cold that is just so rancid. I don't know why, but it has a very distinct smell, and to me, that's what, like, a hockey bag smells like. Tropical smoothie. Good job, Caleb, you're right. Would you move for love? Yeah, like, I would move out of the country for love. Nothing is off the table. Nothing is off the table. Would I move to okay, yeah, I think there's definitely parameters around this. It depends where it would be, but I'm 100% open to move for love. Definitely. Ideal first date, ready, go. I bet your rugby bag stinks too. It would if I had a rugby bag. I mean, I guess my gym bag, um, honestly, it mostly I don't know about anybody else. Knee sleeves, easy, you can wash those, but how about grips? How about grips? You can't wash those, and, like, I sweat a lot right here when I use those grips, and those things, they need some spray or something. So let me know if anybody has a good technique for washing their grips. Oh, Patrick is out of the country. Okay, so what is my ideal first date? Super easy. Some kind of activity. Let's go do something. Let me get to know you on a level that isn't just a business meeting where we're talking about work and that kind of stuff. I rather get to see your personality in some way. So that that's what I think. My grips stank. Hi, Olivia. Just accept the stench, embrace it. No, it's like I need to know. Maybe if I just get some Dawn soap and scrub them a bit, maybe that's an option, but I don't know. I'm curious if anybody has something that works for them. Hmm. What else? What activity? Rock climbing, arcade. I actually have gone on a rock climbing date is the first one. And I'll never forget when I achieved the climb on a very easy level, the guy gave me a fist pump. And in hindsight, it wasn't that bad, but it was just the body language and the way he gave me the fist bump. I was like, this is the last date we're gonna go on. But like rock climbing, kind of fun. Arcade, that would be fun. I would get really competitive. And that like Dave and Buster's. I've also gone on dates there years ago. But that's always fun. Um Lysol a few times over. Okay, Olivia, good to know. Oh, what did I dodge? What did I dodge, Patrick? Oh, you being from Europe. Brewery's fine too. Especially, like, in the summertime or when the weather's nice, I would do a brewery or, like, a beer tour or a wine tour as much as I, like, don't drink, like, that would still be kinda fun. Why last date? Fist bump wasn't enough? No, yeah, like, as I say it out loud, it sounds kinda bad, but it was just I don't know. There was something about it that I don't know. It was probably other things about him, but anyways. You guys are making me seem like I have unmeetable standards, and I'm getting self-conscious. Jenny, jump back in because you had my back last week. I feel as though Lauren is such an independent woman. She'd pay for her dinner and his. I mean, I've split many bills. I don't think that I've ever completely picked up the tab. I mean, I have, like, when I've, been in serious relationships, but on like, in early stages of dating, I've split bills, but I've never paid for the whole thing. No, like there was this one guy that we went out for a couple of drinks. This was maybe last year. And he paid for the drinks. Then he was like, "Oh, there's like a really good bakery like down here. Do you want to go?" And then like I paid for what we got at the bakery. And that's fine. I'd go with food trucks. Oh, I love a good food truck. Did he want did you want him to jump you? No, Caleb, I didn't want him to jump me, but it just I don't know, maybe it reminded me of, when I'm in the gym, if I'm, like, coaching or something or with friends, like, we give fist bumps, it just maybe I didn't want anything, but the fist pump was it just seemed strange to me. It just seemed strange, but no, he always pays. I'm old school. Yeah, I mean, that would be the preference. That would absolutely be the preference. But the reality is that, like, truly, that can't be something that I'm being picky about because it just, I mean, is not how it goes. Men out there, women too. So I can't just say one gender because I know that men have it tough out there dating too. But yeah, I mean, who was on here when I talked about the guy who oh no, maybe it was when I was on Gluten Things, not this last time, but before that, this guy, we were supposed to go on a date. This was a couple months ago. We were supposed to go on a date to a pasta making class. Like, oh my God, I love that idea. What a great way to do something that's not super generic. And then he went to like book our reservation or whatever, and it was like 100 between 100 and $150 a person. And I guess like when he pitched the idea, he didn't realize it. And then he sent me just this strange text that like could tell he was really uncomfortable about the price and essentially asked if I wanted to like split it. And I get it. Yeah, for a first date, spending $150 on somebody that you don't know. Yeah, like I think that that's maybe a little bit unreasonable, especially if you're going on a lot of dates, like spending that kind of coin on a bunch of first dates. Yeah, probably is not financially a good choice unless I don't know. But anyways, um but it was more the fact that why didn't you just change the plan? Like, I would have received it much better if you just changed the plan and were like, "Hey, this is all booked up," which it was, and we're gonna go to this restaurant and blah, 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 blah. It was just very strange. Um, if your date has a shitty car, but it runs, will you will you take off points? No, when it comes to cars, I don't care what you drive. Does it work? Is it safe? Is it clean? Like, if you have a bunch of garbage in your car, no. At least make it clean. Girl, that dude had red flags everywhere. Well, yeah, and, like, 3 weeks later, he had a girlfriend, so, he found somebody to split the bill at the pasta making class with him. It wasn't me. I had a working vehicle with no AC, and that was a deal breaker for me in years past. Haha. No AC. Go get yourself some more coolant. What if it's a white van? I ain't getting in that. And also in early dating, there's not a chance that you're picking me up. There's not a chance that I'm giving you my address. No, we are meeting somewhere. I get you want to be a gentleman and like chivalry. Love that. But open the door. Open the door. Pick up the tab. Those are little things that you can do. Don't meet me at my house. Not unless I know you, know you. What if he picks you up on a moped? That would be kind of fun. I wouldn't hate it if the weather was nice. And you bring me a helmet, like, I do wanna live, I don't wanna be a vegetable. Me versus Patrick, uh, Fantasyland, winner gets low. What is this? Is a kiss on the cheek appropriate for a first date? Yeah, absolutely. I'd be cool with that. Once you move in together, though, then it's all community money at that point. Yeah, I also do so, maybe not moving in together, but if I eventually get married, I would be in favor of joint banking accounts. I know that might be a hot topic. Not everybody wants that, but, um I also listened to it was kind of like a love life podcast, but they had some kind of like finance person on it, and they were talking about with your spouse having a joint account, but then having a separate account that's like your play money for no questions asked. And I thought that that was kind of a fun idea. Like the joint account is all of the bills, like mortgage, utilities, things you have to pay for, and then small separate accounts that if I wanna go buy a motorcycle, I mean, that might be a little out of the budget for the play money, but you know what I mean? Like, if I wanna go pay stupid money for hair extensions, I can do that, and it's not coming out of our joint account. Uh, with today being opening day for baseball, would being taken to an MLB game be a good first date? Yeah. Going to any sporting event, even if it's a sport that I don't necessarily follow or I'm not super interested in, going to sporting events, love that. Love that, especially in the spring or summer, like when the weather's nice, you can sit outside, like for a baseball game, even if it's just like a local team. Here we have the Crunch, and in Utica they have the what are they? The Utica Comets, two hockey teams. Those games are really fun. I think those are great first dates. Do you find men are intimidated by a woman who shoots firearms and is getting into tack games? I don't know. Maybe you guys can answer that better. I have had people on dating apps like message me really like rude things in the sense of nobody wants to see your muscles, put them away. Or somebody compared I think at one point I had, like, a video of me lifting on my dating profile, and somebody compared it to, "This is the ick guys get, similar to the ick girls get when we hold fish." So I thought that was kinda funny. Okay. Sometimes I make my wife pay. Well, yeah, but you guys are married. I think that that's different. And again, I'm not saying that a guy has to pay all the time when you're in a relationship, but I think on first dates, it would be nice. It would be nice. I've split the bill before, but it would be nice. What's pop putt? Did you mean just like mini putt putt? golf or bowling, would you do that? Would that be better than lunch or dinner date? Yeah, I wanna do something. Bowling, that's fine. I'm not a big bowler, and it depends, like, the length of my nails, but I would prefer that. Does the condition of your dad's car matter? No? Who cares? You should see the inside of my mom's car. It's insane, and my sister. They both just, like, collect garbage in there. I just can't believe it. At a certain age, if you have a shitty car, you're poor. Jenny, that's funny. I also, like, it I think it's very I don't need a luxury car or anything fancy, but does it work? Does the AC work? Do we got a flat tire? Are there like has somebody keyed your car all over? Is your bumper smashed in? Like those are things that yeah, would not happen for somebody who has their life and finances together, you know. Jen, don't talk about Sousa that way. Would you date a guy who has a bigger glutes than yours? Yeah, my glutes are small. I have a thigh butt or a butt thigh. There's no definition between my ass and my thighs. So it's so I mean I've got big legs, so you could argue and say that my glutes are also big, but it's just one straight down. It doesn't matter how thick or slim I get, it's always the same. They're one thing that either grow or shrink together. I don't know. I don't know why. Here I am because I'm interior dominant instead of posterior. Even pro wrestling, yeah. Again, I want to go to some kind of event. I want to do something, etc. Why do women wear a ring on their middle finger like this one? Because if I wore that on this finger, people would think that I'm engaged and we don't need that. Yeah, so like I mean this one, but these are like little shitty Amazon rings. But and so I can when I flip somebody off, they get blinded by the light. I don't know. It's just because. What's more of a red flag? A guy with an expensive car and crappy living situation or a crappy car and a beautiful home? The bigger red flag is definitely the expensive car because that tells me that you just care. What is that noise? You care more about what people's perception is of you because you drive around, people see you in this fancy car. It's kind of like you get your value from what people think versus like if you're investing in your home where you're building a life inside of your home. You're not building a life inside of a car unless I guess unless you're on the road and live that life. The car is paid off and you don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah, like my Volkswagen Jetta, I I truly rode that into the ground until I bought my Bronco. I had what was it? Almost was it 100,000 miles or 200,000 miles? A lot, a lot, I'll tell you that much. Um, and that thing, I was surprised I got any money from that back because I was just worried if it was even gonna turn on when I drove it into the dealership. But yeah, it was so nice to not have a car payment, and now having a car payment is something that I do not like. Best movie you've watched on a first date? Never watched a movie on a first date. What if the check engine light is on, but they don't care? Ooh, back in my early 20s, I did that, and let me tell you, the results were not great, and they were not, cheap. Thick thighs save phones. Like, if you sit on it, maybe. What are your macros these days? What? Why do you care about my macros? I try to hit 150 grams protein, like between 63 and 65 fat, and carbs. I kind of depend on what the training day looks like. So anywhere from like 150 to 250. Oh, hello, Trish. Welcome. Welcome. I bet you get more guys if you wore an engagement ring. Honestly, that is like a scary type of experiment that could potentially be done. Are you a Yankee fan? Yeah, I grew up as a Yankee fan. My parents' house has 2 Yankee seats from the original stadium, like big, big, big Yankee fan and house growing up. Went to several games at Yankee Stadium growing up. Would you date an ugly guy who is filthy rich with a great personality? Um, I mean, that's very specific. I will say that you can win me over with a good personality, truly. I mean, I've dated people who I don't think are like, if I just saw a picture of them and I didn't know them at all, I probably wouldn't be like, "Oh my god," type deal. But their personalities have won me over, so I'll say that. I think it's very dependent. I date an ugly guy who's filthy rich with a great personality. Best show on YouTube, Mike. Crap car, but decent place. Yeah. I much rather like the couch be comfy and clean and, you know, what's more of a red flag? Oh, Trish is chiming in. I know it's gonna be good. Holes in the back of a guy's underwear or a sink full of dirty dishes. Sink full of dirty dishes. Yeah. Holes in the back of a guy's underwear. Why in the back? Like in the butt crack? Like whatever. Maybe they're your most comfortable underwear. I mean, I got sweatpants with holes in them, and not that I wear them in public. I mostly wear them around my house, but I used to get head on all the time when I was married. That's sad. That's sad that our society is like that. Whoa, our comments pop up on there. Yeah. I got a cool little feature over here so you can wow, that's the wrong way. There. There we go. Jesus Christ. Yep, good time. Guys who don't bring you a towel, Trish. Yeah, that would be a major red flag. Rude and selfish. That's dangerous and risky. I like it. Mike, welcome. Air quote, the pool boy. Yes, we don't gatekeep the comments. Whether I respond verbally to them is another is another option though. Ew, brown streaks on briefs, not a chance. Bye. See you later. That's gross. When you drop a phone and thick thighs stopping it from hitting the floor or toilet. Ooh, okay. Yeah. When's the next event this weekend? Women's Elite Rugby. Mike, welcome to Dating Life with Low. We're gonna rebrand the show. Uh, you should apply for Love is Blind. I've watched that show a few times. Um, mm, I don't know. I don't know that I wanna be on any of those dating shows, but if you guys wanna fill out an application for me, send it. Uh, ooh, this is a good question. Celebrity crush to see your type. Channing Tatum. No hesitations. I found married men are usually the ones who hit on women with engagement rings. Oh, so unless you're into married men, no, absolutely not. That's gonna be a no for me. Next, because he's Ew, Trish. Oh my god. Uh, oh, Caleb, why are you so surprised that I say Jesus Christ? I say that might be one of the most used phrases that I say on a daily basis. Oh, this is a good one. Pool boy. Would you rather fart every time you kiss someone or kiss someone every time you meet them for the first time? Whatever. I will kiss everyone for the first time because I don't wanna fart every time I kiss someone. That sounds awful. Whatever. I've kissed a lot of frogs in my life. Might as well add more to the list. Jenny, what do you need from me? You said, now we need Lauren's. My what? Does your guy need to be fashionable? No. Fashion can be trained. Well, boy understands why Caleb is addicted to this show. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you're here every week and you aren't subscribed to the channel, rude, rude. What's wrong with Channing Tatum? What is wrong with that? Oh my God, you guys are typing too fast that I'm trying to catch up. Who thinks that I'm from the Midwest? Yeah, I'm originally from Clinton, New York, a suburb of Utica, New York. Now I live about 45 minutes east of there, Syracuse, New York. But when I worked in local television, I lived in Illinois, Wisconsin, Missouri, Iowa. So I spent, 5, 6 years in the Midwest. Have you seen Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street? Great movie. Great. The first and the second. Jan Clark, speaking of frogs, hello from France. Hello. Okay, good. Now you're subscribing, Pool Boy. Thank you. Oh, Steven just subscribed. I can check that. After the show, I can check it. And if you didn't, you can hear from me. Yep, Channing Tatum and Magic Mike. Great work. We love that. Are there no wrenches on this show? What do you mean? Utica. Yeah, if you watch The Office, there's an episode. Syracuse. Are you saying that's how I say it and that's a Midwestern accent? Some people will say Syracuse. I Syracuse, like the name Sarah Cuse. And I'm sick of everybody mispronouncing Albany. It's not Albany. It's not. 100% it is Albany. I know there's not two L's, but it is Albany. Albany, New York. Albany. 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 That's my rant. How many unsolicited DMs has Jeremy sent you? No, they weren't. None of them were unsolicited. We have very nice offline conversations, actually. That was a very British accent. Do, is do you think Sean is sad he isn't doing World Fitness broadcast? No, I don't think he's sad about that. I don't That's kind of random. Like, what do you mean by that? WLUK, Fox 11. Yeah, that's where I was a morning live reporter, weekend anchor for like 4 years. I love grape juice. What did I have recently? Was it okay? Is it the brand Ghost? What was it? This stuff was like crack, and I was like 90% Ghost grape drink, hydration drink. Was it? I hold please. No, that's not what I want. So whatever it was, they were at the tactical games this past weekend. So we just had pallets of them. Yeah. Okay. So Ghost, the brand most known for like their energy drinks, they also have a hydration drink, and they have one that's Welch's grape juice flavor. And I don't know what type of chemical madness is in there, but this stuff tasted with 0 grams of sugar. It tasted exactly like grape juice. And I was about 90% of that last weekend covering tactical games. It was kind of hard to find water. So instead, I'm just like guzzling these things, and it was so good. It was so good. This is Lauren Khalil with Fox 11. Tonight's top story, a dog trapped in a soup pot caused quite the stir, actually. So one time where I got a talking to from my news director was this at Fox 11? Yeah. Okay, so it's a sad story, but if you live in my brain, you start thinking of things that aren't sad and then it makes you laugh, which is not a good trait to have. That's why I tend to laugh at very inappropriate times. And people are like, "Why are you a serial killer?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not laughing about this bad thing. I'm laughing because of the story happening in my brain." But anyways, so me and my meteorologist, Katie, we would anchor the weekends together. And sometimes she would also like co-anchor and read news stories if there were a ton of reads, and it would just kind of break it up and essentially like give me a break from reading for 15 straight minutes. So there was this story about this woman that was arrested for animal neglect because they found her house that her had like over 30 cats that were just everywhere. And she hadn't like emptied their litter box or fed them. And it was really bad conditions. But in my head, I'm just thinking, how do you acquire 30 cats? Like, you start with 1 and then you're like, "Oh, I wanna get it a friend." So then you get 2 and then you're like, I really like cats. I'm gonna get 3." And then how does that get to 30 cats? So I'm reading this news story that is very sad and I'm laughing because in my head, I just can't wrap my head around the fact that there are 30 cats. So I start laughing. So then she starts laughing. So we're both laughing, and that is why we were called into the news director's office. I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna read it because uh, I'm also not gonna Google it. I don't know. I don't know. If you guys wanna talk about whatever that is in the comments, feel free. Okay, now I gotta scroll up. You guys type too fast. Uh, yeah, see, Jan Clark also didn't think that it was beaver. Thank you. I'm not the only one that didn't realize this until 2 weeks ago. Ooh, better gun, Glock G19 or SIG P226. SIG all the way, baby. I mean, nothing wrong with a Glock, but in my opinion, I feel like sometimes people l love Glock so much because it's a lot of what, like, police departments use, so that's what they're super familiar with, but I think Sig Sauer makes a ton of really, really great guns. I was more of a KHQA fan, to be honest. Trish, I love that you know all the TV stations that I worked with. Oh my god, KHQA. Yeah. I was there for 1 year and 3 months, then I got out. Music genre you just can't do. Honestly, I like a whole variety. Depends on my mood. Whoa, here's a drink for you. Low. Thank you, Steven. G10. I don't know what that is. Oh, 600 der 600 wow, I gotta get glasses. 610 grams, oops, of watermelon, pink salt, 1 lime, 1 lemon juice, and a half cup coconut water, better than Gatorade. That sounds great. And on our first date, you can make me that drink. Just, don't roofie me, please. Blended. Or for mm. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Would you ever move out of Syracuse? Yes, absolutely, at the first opportunity. No, not the first opportunity. So I don't hate it here. My family is here. I have really, really great friends here. My aunt is here that watches my dogs when I'm out of town, and my roots are here. So there are a lot of great things about living here, but I do not like the weather. I've also traveled to places where there is a lot more to do that is enjoyable. There's definitely places that I've considered moving, but the my family and the sense of community here, being really close to an airport, having my aunts to watch my dogs when I'm out of town is are big factors of why, I haven't moved. And when I bought my house, interest rates were only 3%, so it's really hard to beat that now. But that's not to say that I would not move. I absolutely would for the right opportunity or the right person. Um, like I said earlier, I would absolutely move. I would move for love. Oh my god, guys, this comment section is off the rails. Oh god. Oh, that's gross. I didn't realize Caleb was sea beaver until last week. See? It's so funny because, everybody was giving me a hard time. You didn't realize that that was the Caleb. Apparently nobody else did. Apparently nobody else did. Yeah, you thought you guys were homies. You thought I was a homie, but when you're here in the chat as just Caleb, how would we know? Everybody knows you as Sea Beaver. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, we're not going over tonight's show. We got about 5 minutes left because I got to still pack. I got to set up this brand new printer that I bought. So get your questions in. This is Tame Low. Join us in Sevon Pod's chat. Yeah, but he's not as ballsy as me and live streams all of the comments so that when people go back and watch this, they can see the entire chat. He's gatekeeping that from the people unless they come and join the show live. I thought I was joking and having banter with a random. That's really funny. Would you date a guy weaker than you? Yeah, I have before. Music genre you cannot do. Jeremy, why are you screaming at me? Um like truly, if you put on my Spotify and just had it shuffle, you would probably be very confused on what goes on in my brain because it's a mix of everything. Oh, you can live chat replay. Okay, Jenny, that's true. You're right. Caleb's so brave. I know. What can I say? I'm so freaking brave over here. It's very brave. I love the sarcasm right now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, that's true. There's the playback. There's the playback. You said Sevon is here. He hasn't spoken. How would I know that? Would you date a guy on roids? I have before and it's terrible. So 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend ever doing that again. How about TRT? I don't know enough about it. All I know is have I told the story about the guy who literally like injected himself in front of me and tried to tell me that it was medication? Like just flat out lied to me about it. I mean, I know it wasn't medication because you know, that's a longer story, but Madonna or Britney Spears, Britney Spears. And if you don't follow Britney Spears on Instagram, I also don't, but every now and then she's like on my list of people that I like want to search and like watch fun things. It's very entertaining to watch her two-pack or Biggie Smalls. Ooh, two-pack. Tupac, my bad. Ooh, that's a great rapid fire. I'm proud of you, Lo. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Um, would you date a guy that has been with men? No. Just no. That's not for me. It's not my journey. I don't judge for people who it is their journey, but it's just not mine. Good question, Jenny. People love it. I date a guy who's been with men. Caleb, I'm sure you would. Brittany, yup. Yeah, go to I want to go her Instagram. It's very entertaining. The little dances that she does in front of her camera. Let's see. What do we got recently? Britney Spears. Why is she not coming up? Is she shadow banned? Oh my god. Oh, Britney Spears official. I feel like that's not her. That is definitely not her. Did I spell her name wrong? Am I? There she is. What kind of she must have changed all that. Oh, yeah, the top one in the black sparkly dress. Oh, yeah? You go, girl. Do your little twirl. Very entertaining. Anyways, do you have any siblings? I have an older sister, younger brother. I'm right smack dab in the middle. She blocked you. Can you imagine if Britney Spears blocked me? Would you do an open relationship? No. Would you date a guy that still calls his mom mommy? No, no. When we talk about getting the ick, that would give me the ick. Uh, Trish, God, no. Would you rather fight one bear-sized duck or 100 duck-sized bears? One bear-sized duck. Jan is a selfish lover. Ooh, Kayla bringing it back to Jen. Jenny, would you date a girl who still calls her dad daddy? Also, no. No to both. No, we're grown adults. Would you date a guy that, oh my God, that calls you mommy? Oh my God. Oh, keeping it real. Would you date a guy who cooked a T-bone in a crock pot? I don't know that that's the best way to cook a T-bone. We're gonna need to pull out, um, the grill, fire that bitch up. On a scale of 1 to Cersei and Jamie Lannister, how much do you love your brother? Ew, that's disgusting. That's gross. That is not the type of relationship I have with my siblings. Would you date a guy that takes a lot of pictures and of his sister and is obsessed with her? No, like, hmm, n no, no. If I'm confused on whether you're dating your sister or if it's, like, your sister and she's your friend, that's a problem. That's a problem. Oh my god, you guys. Ooh, would you rather be cornered by a beagle with great white shark teeth or a great white shark? The great white shark with beagle teeth. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 'Cause great white sharks, their teeth, they got several rows. When they get a hold of you, they ain't letting go. They ripping you apart. Would you rather Jake, would you rather date a man with no tongue or never a man who posts workouts with early 2000s emo music every day? Where are these coming from? Would you date a guy that is an older woman? Oh my god, what is happening? I can't I can't even keep up with these right now. I can't believe everyone is picking the shark. Why would you think that we would pick the shark teeth? That would be terrible. No hell. Did I miss any good stories? Well, you missed some, I don't know if they were good stories, but you missed some interesting conversations. And on this note, we are ending the show. I said we were going 3 minutes ago. I got a pack. You guys are absolutely unhinged right now. Apparently, I'm on time for a hypothetical portion of the stream. Yeah. It is time to go. I will let's see. Next week, we're gonna have to change the time. We might even change the day next week. Well, actually, no, we will be able to. What time does my flight get in? Okay. My flight lands at 5 p.m. We're gonna try for 5:30. We're gonna try for 5:30. Um, last one. Would you date a guy that wears a wig? N Like a wig? Like a toupee? I don't know. A wig makes it sound like it's, like women's hair, and that's gonna be a no, but if if you do a toupee, because really, like, what's the difference of that and me getting extensions? I don't know. So, okay. This has been real. This has been fun. I'll see you guys next week.